Mineral riches await those who brave the craggy caverns of Gloomington.
Welcome back everyone to Piney Plays the Brawler, where today we are here in Gloomington for a resource instance. Looks like the mineral resource instance where we are supposed to be fighting a two-headed troll, but it looks like we're going to have some other trolls to find along the way. So we have Gloomington Firestarter.
We have come too far to turn back now.
The scout gives you a missive to collect flint. Sorry, so I need to collect flint while I'm here. And
In games, I allow for chance.
I need to
take no such risk in war.
defeat trolls.
In games, I allow for chance. I take no such risk in war.
And I need to gather gems. So this is similar to how we needed to collect gems in the other resource node, the scholars one. Now, I don't recall I didn't recall things being too easy in getting in the last time I did here, that there were some fights here that were a bit on the tough side, well, especially if I don't get started properly. It looks like the normal trolls aren't too bad, but I think that there are a number of signatures that I ran into or something like that that were a bit tougher. Oh yes, that's right, there are two-headed trolls all over the place. A battalion of trolls is trying to destroy the glyphs of Gloomington. So let's see how we do against it. I recall my warden having a great deal of trouble with that one. Maybe because of slow in getting them, because my warden isn't exactly into the optimal DPS stance. So that might be the reason for it, because it looks like that the Brawler is having no trouble here. But I think there are some places where you have to fight two at a time or something like that, which makes things a little bit tougher when that happens. We'll have to just see. Aha! Right now I'm able to separate them because that makes things a little bit easier. There are 3 resource instances in all, as usual. One for the prospecting. Yes, prospecting. That's the word. So we have the prospecting resource instance. We have the forester resource instance, and we have the scholar resource instance. And we already did the scholar one. This is obviously the prospecting one, and then we'll eventually do the one for forestry, which is outdoors in Cloven Gap, I believe. We'll see if it, because I remember the last time I did the forestry one, I got lost because, yeah, Cloven Gap. Cloven Gap can be a little bit tricky, but right now we are here in Gloomington. Gloomington is a bit more straightforward once you've been in there. So I don't recall getting lost in this one any. It's just head south and kill lots of trolls and pick up gems along the way. What, we have a red gem here? I was thinking that they're all going to be white gems after the scholar resource instance was... Oh, where's this? Yeah. Oh, okay. These silvery ones, those are flint rather than the gems. The red ones are the gems. Okay. So I'm going to have plenty of those things all over the place. And we got dead trolls all over the place. Looks like I've already killed 12 trolls. But I think usually in these resource instances, getting enough mobs killed is usually the easiest thing to do. It's the other thing that makes things a little bit tougher. There we go. Now, I am a yeoman, which means that all these resources are worthless to me. So I don't have the usual incentive to do all these resource instances that some others may have. So I'm just doing it for a couple of let's see, what are these things what we have in here? Well, that's to collect gems, and well, that gives you the relics of Gundabad, which actually doesn't mean all that much to me. But what here, we get a couple of enhancement runes over here. Now this is it's just a regular one, not the boss yet. So we have the Troll Battalion is defending the entrance to the Deep's Grave. Okay. Now, the last time I did this, I didn't know the Glooming Tarn geography all that well. I still got through it, but actually I can't remember. Did I actually get through it, or were the mobs too much for me? Well, I think my warden's going to be embarrassed if, if it keeps on going like this. It's like, what do you mean? It was a difficult time. I just ripping through these mobs. What trouble? Well, I think that my question that I've had, and the reason why I've been doing all these instances, was seeing how viable the Brawler is at the higher levels. Now, of course, I did do that Valor just before they... here's where we had... Just before they had some fixes to the upper levels for Brawler. That's right, because yeah, when I first came up, I was... That's right, when I first Valored up to 130, and about the time I hit 140, yeah, I was being torn to pieces, that's right. I'm beginning to forget those days, aren't I? Because I'm just tearing them to pieces now. Getting all the way through them. Amazing what a little bit of equipment and a little bit of a upgrade from SSG can do. There you go. Whee! And your turn. Ouch! How about this? Well, you didn't like that, I guess. Alright, we'll take care of that. Now, I think I should be getting to... Oh, yeah, because there we go. Maybe that's the part that was tough, because I see 3 trolls up ahead, and I think at least... Is this the... That's just 200 dust? No, that's just... I think I was having trouble with these 3. Yeah, that's the reason why I had trouble with these 3. Really? The trolls at Deepsgrave have launched a counterattack. Oh, I think that's the first time I've ever seen a counterattack inside of a resource instance. Yeah, this must be the part that really gave me headaches last time. Alright. I completely forgot about this. Alright, and here we have an obstruction. Only 3 gems. I'm probably going to have to scour this place with the gems, because those gems look like... What? They saw me take the gems and launched another counterattack? Has there ever been a resource instance with a counterattack before this? I don't recall there ever been one. Drok and Harb have appeared to quell the disruption. Ah, there it is. So you have to get through that in order to come through here. Alright. Oh, and we've got a dead boss. That's what we've got. Now, Probably no chest because we've got all those things. Oh. Oh, what a place to hide a gem. I already picked that one up. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to find a gem or three. Well, I've got 49 more minutes in which to find stuff. So that's the thing about these resource instances is that you're given an hour. And that way you can spend your sweet time in here doing things like picking up pieces of flint and the like. And of course picking up all the resources that are in here. So unless I run into anything interesting, I will see you outside the instance. Okay, I wasn't expecting the last two gems to be over the railing and on top like this. I was going all over the place saying, where are those last two gems? Where are those last two gems? Ah, that's where they're located. Over there. And that should finish the gems. Ah. Now, that means I can bring the gems back to Flint Eye. Alright, good. That means I could just leave the instance then. Though, I have found out that goats are allowed inside of this instance. I have defeated the trolls. Drok and
We've
Harp.
come too far to turn back now.
With this, you have slain the high-ranking two-headed troll. I praise you for your efforts and give you a little bit of stuff. And also, gems.
Put your back to the past and to the wind.
And that means now terror in the trees.
Only a Drak shows mercy in battle.
Hidden within the crevasse of Cloven Gap is the precious resource of lumber. This journey there will not be an easy one. However, we need the lumber here for our restoration efforts. Are you willing to take on the task? Yes, in this case, they're emphasizing the lumber because I'm pretty sure that is probably one of the harder resources to get here in Gundabad. So let us go and take care of whatever is here. We have to defeat either Ilveed or Moozhooth. Ilveed, maybe that's an Angrim, and Moozhooth is a warg, but we'll see how wrong I am.
Precious timber awaits those who brave the hidden dangers of the ethereal crevasse of Cloven Gap.
And, oh, it looks like drakes are in line today. So the boss in question then it must be a drake. Probably a big drake. Nasty drake.
In games, I allow for chance. I take no such risk in war.
The scout gives you a missive to collect logs. Well, I suppose that makes sense. And of course, if you are a woodsman or whatever it is that gathers a forester, yes, if you're a forester, then you'll be able to collect the lumber that's also lying about in addition to the quest logs. And vicious claws.
In games, I allow for chance.
Defeat
I take no such risk in war.
Defeat wargs or defeat drakes. Obviously, in my case, it is going to be drakes. So that does answer the question is, I was thinking it was an Angrim or a drake were the two bosses. Obviously, one of the bosses is a warg and the other one is a drake. Now, the question is well, Ilveed, that does sound like maybe it would be the name of the drake then. Because a bit of an ill wind, I mean, it sounds like it reminds me of a play on the term ill wind, so to speak. And I'm sure there'll be quite an ill wind if you've got drakes in the area. And of course, we've got all of these stairways to worry about. And trying to get all over the place and getting lost within Cloven Gap is quite a tradition already, isn't it? I think that became a tradition for me the moment I set foot into here. I know, it's hard to have a tradition at the moment you set foot into a place, but that's what it felt like. Clothing Gap is... oh. A place where if you take the wrong step, you fall down. Oh, well, thank you for telling me where the stairs are, Drake. Too bad I have to kill you. So I'm going to have to kill 15 of those things, more likely 25 of them if the troll quest is any type of indicator. Hi! Oops. Glad it was a short drop. But I think I saw it move on this way, which probably meant it, yeah, the stairs are right over here. Okay. Follow the enemies and they'll tell you where everything is. I'm pretty sure that I am going to get lost all over the place trying to navigate through this area, because that's what happened the last time I did this instance. And well, I think I know Clothing Gap a little bit better. If the Clothing Gap is to remain unspoiled, these beasts must be defeated. Yeah. But that's just the general geography. Knowing this specific area where the instance is, it's another thing entirely. Punch. Right. The Drakelings, they're pretty easy to get by. They're the easy Drakes. It's those pesky big Drakes that can be a little bit of a problem. Okay, a big bit of a problem. I think the last time I was in here, I was going against the wargs. So here we go. Oh, log. So we'll log in and log out. Now, let's try. Actually, I don't want to log out until after I've collected all the logs. So perhaps not log out. Let's see, what have we got around here? We've got Ashwood, black ash. The local wood type is called black ash. I don't know, I guess I had thought that there was already a black ash in the game, but I am obviously must be wrong. Shows you how much I know about woodworking in this game. There you go. Up, 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 and away. As I go through here, fumbling my way through. Hey, anything over here? And after the finale from the gem location in the previous instance, who knows what type of locations they'll be putting those logs into. And, oh. Completed! Vicious Claws. Alright, that's at least one quest done, though I'm pretty sure I'll be killing many, many more of these, and I did see a deed completion. Oh. This is the other side of that bridge I had at the beginning. Okay. And this is to define some boundaries within the instance. So obviously they must have blockaded this section off from others. Okay, pay attention to the logs. I don't want to have to spend an hour in here, especially considering that an hour is the time limit for this instance. Alright. This area is done, so I finished that section. And that section. Where to next? Did I go up there yet? Oh, that's the other part. Remembering where I've been already. I'll just have to head on down these. I do remember having to go down and up on a couple of occasions, so perhaps that will help me with something. But I am not going to make any guarantees on that. And based on this, it may be bereft of foes, which is probably not a good sign when I am trying to figure out where I've been. I have a feeling I've been here before. The lost in the Cloven Gap. That is par for the course. I haven't found the mobs yet, but it looks like I found a log that I missed the last time I was through here. Now, I've been up this ramp, haven't I? I think that's where I was before I started turning around. In which case, I'm not going to find anything new up here unless I try to head deeper into the north. Of course, I might find logs I missed the last time I was by here. Just as long as I don't run to Hemel Frost. Oh, obviously I haven't been this way yet. Okay. That's why I didn't pick up the logs yet, because I haven't been this way yet. Oh, we could deal with them. All right. And your turn. Ouch, 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 ouch. Or brrr, brrr, more likely. Ah, now, where were we? Log. This way. Oh, there is a big nasty drake in the way. We could deal with that quickly. Now, I saw, yes, a log. Okay, good. Your turn to put all I got in here. I need to collect logs. Well, I also have to find the boss eventually. Ilvine, I think, is the name that I decided it's going to be. Which means, of course, it's going to be the other one, right? That's the way these things work. Alright, nothing there. Now, do I go up yet or not? Decisions. Well, there is a log right there. And there's also, of course, a whelpling right next to it. How am I doing with logs right now? 7? Well, I think that's better than my percentage on gems before running into the boss. I hope I remember this place because there was that ramp that I ignored thinking, oh, this is just going to be a short area here. And that the ramp is going to be a long area. I think I have gotten that backwards. The matron watches as you approach from across the span. Obviously, this is not the matron question. This is where you start running into threes again, as in the prospecting instance. Right? Oh, actually, before I go any further, make sure there aren't any logs in the area. Like this one. I could ignore the lumber or leave that to the foresters, who are the only ones. Don't tell me how I'm able to get these logs but I can't get the others. That's sort of like always the one, those weird things with how crafting operates in this game. Ew. And another, hey, I am at only one more to go. Alright. A pair of these. And that's the matron right there. Crystalline Coal Drake. Oh! Ilvine! Hello! You have managed to save me from speculation. She's a bit tougher than the others. Alright. Okay, so much for Ilvind. Oh, hello. Spawn of Ilvind. And Ilvind belows. That's what I gotta say about that. And this Drake here. Hey, do you know where I can find the final log? That'd be nice to know. Yes. Well, let's clear out a couple more things. There's got to be an extra log in here somewhere, right? Yep, right over here. Thank you. Ah, done. Now, that means I could return to Zakoth Flintai. One ill wind tamed.
There is much to be done, and little time for talk.
What's this? You have slain a vicious beast in the clothing gap? I praise you for your efforts and your talents. You're welcome. And those are the final resource instances here in Gundabad. And next time, I think we are going to take a little visit to the stairs, which is an instance that was released with War 3 Pigs, because there we might be able to find some challenge in there. We'll find out in the next episode of Piney Plays the Brawler.